The Zone is today at the University of Malta. I'm about to interview a young multi-scientist who has conducted a research about motor neuron disease. Hi, Rebecca Borg.
Hi, good afternoon.
So, can you tell us a bit about your research and why this is important to the general public?
So basically, we are trying to understand the mechanism of motor neuron disorders, such as ALS and spinal muscular atrophy. We're trying to understand the mechanism by using the fruit fly as a model organism, so that we can understand how the proteins which are missing in this disorder work in order to try to improve the symptoms of such patients. And motor neuron disorders are very important because they are devastating disorders in which basically your brain is still working but your body is paralyzed. So basically your brain is like in a paralyzed body, and so it is very devastating for these patients who are willing to do some things but cannot because their bodies can't move.
And a more personal question, why did you choose to study the brain?
I was always interested in genetics, particularly at the brain and muscular level, and I was introduced to this topic which I've pursued for these last 4 years, and I'm still interested to know more about this.
And what was the hardest step during your research?
Basically to learn new techniques and to get funds and to meet deadlines. So basically it is difficult to test our ideas on humans, so we use the fruit fly, which is very easy to rear and manipulate and is very close to humans. And what we did is manipulate the fly's DNA sequence in order to make them have the symptoms that these patients do, and study such behaviors in order to perhaps find a cure for these patients, which is lacking at the moment.
And in the future, are you going to continue with the same field, or?
Yes, I wish to continue. The only problem is funds and opportunities in Malta, unfortunately. We need people to be more aware about such a devastating disorders, and funds are severely needed so that we can continue our projects.
What you want?